Hey runners, welcome back to the Lit Medallion. I promised this video last night, but I met some buddies, went to Twin Peaks, talked to UTSA, talked to other things, kind of fun stuff. Anyway, but I promised you that I'd talk about the standings in the American Athletic Conference. There are 5 teams. All 5 teams can make the conference championship game. You could have a matchup between UTSA and FAU. No lie. UTSA and Memphis. Memphis, I believe, in SMU, and I believe Tulane and SMU could have a rematch, right? Just depends on what the teams do. Now, here's what has to happen for FAU to make the conference championship game. 1, they have to win out. 2, UTSA has to also beat Tulane, right? So that would give Tulane 2 losses, right? And FAU winning out would put them with 2 losses, ranked right up there with Memphis, right? Because Memphis would have 2 losses. What Memphis has to do to help FAU is lose out except for beating SMU. This is getting wonky, right? Tulane doesn't have to lose out. Tulane will have 2 losses, losing to FAU and to UTSA, right? Because that has to happen for FAU to get there. So Memphis has to lose, like I said, to not South Florida, FAU, right? I believe they play. But anyway, it can happen. Especially now UTSA has to win out, and then a lot of other things have to happen. Even if UTSA wins out, they're not guaranteed. They're guaranteed a spot if they win out. They're guaranteed a spot if they win out, right? Because Memphis already has 1 loss, right? That's the only way they're guaranteed a spot. That guarantees a spot. Doesn't guarantee hosting, but it guarantees a spot. UTSA can really only host if SMU takes 2 losses or a loss, right? SMU has to take a loss, and so does Tulane, which they will by UTSA winning out, right? But they're going to play each other, so one of them is going to get 2 losses. So like I said, for FAU to make it, UTSA has to win out, FAU has to win out, SMU has to lose out. SMU has to lose out. Memphis has to go 1-2, beating SMU. And then there's how you get a rematch of our game in Boca Raton, but in San Antonio. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. 5 teams have a legit shot. Now, it's obviously a longer shot because FAU has 2 losses, but look at how FAU's playing. They've only looked bad against 1 team. And that was probably UTSA's most physical defensive performance. That was UTSA's most physical offensive performance. The team showed up against FAU for some reason. They showed up nasty, and I mentioned that. Now, will SMU lose out? Probably not. Probably not. But SMU hasn't looked all that dominant over teams they've played. If you don't think UNT has a shot against SMU, you're not watching 1, UNT, and 2, SMU. SMU is finding ways to win, and you got to give them credit for it. They're undefeated in conference also. So is Tulane. You've got to give them credit where credit's due. They're finding ways to win, and that is important, just like UTSA is, right? If UTSA beats Rice, just wins 1 game, they're guaranteed no worse than 4th place in the conference. No worse, right? Chances are still be 3rd because I think Memphis has another tough opponent, SMU, coming up, right? That would make them 3rd, right? Because then Memphis would have 2 losses also. Or tied for 3rd. However they do the tiebreakers. The tiebreaker's really weird at that point. But it wouldn't matter. Wouldn't be in the conference championship game anyway. It's looking most likely that you'll probably have Tulane and SMU rematching. This is why I don't like non-division conferences. Because you're guaranteeing almost guaranteeing a rematch. Think about what I said. I've laid out a path for FAU and UTSA to have a rematch. There's a path easily for Tulane and SMU to have a rematch. There's literally the first game, when you put Memphis, I'm sorry, stuttering. Memphis, when you think only Memphis, you think only Tulane, and you think only SMU can go, there'll be a rematch in there. That's dumb. To me, that's dumb. Because you don't need to do it then. Unless it's like some kind of round robin loss. But you still don't need to do it then. You can have co-champions, tri-champions, whatever. The reason why you have divisions is to force teams to play a certain set of teams every year. The same set every year. And then you sprinkle in other opponents from the conference. It's just like the NBA, right? The winner of the Midwest Division, the winner of the West Division, the winner of the East Division, right? And then you have the East and the West. And you know what I'm talking. You have the conferences, then you have the divisions. They're given special treatment for winning at least their division. No one's given special treatment for winning their division here. That's why this is dumb. It's dumb not having, just play everybody. Go back to 10 teams only and play 9 conference games. And then 3 out of conference. And guess what? It'll work out. The team with the best record in conference is champion. You've played everybody. You don't need 14 teams and then not play everybody without divisions. Just have a division. The AAC could literally have Texas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana against Mississippi Mississippi and eastward. Right? Because, well, not now because SMU's leaving. But this year they could have. You'd have UTSA, Rice, Tulsa, North Texas, SMU, Tulane, and then maybe, okay, so then grab UAB. And then everybody, East, you've got your conference. You've got your conference divisions. Play 6, play 2 on the other side. Or do however many we have in our conference now. It's just really wonky. It's just dumb. But anyway, I told you I could lay it out for you. It's there. So whenever you see someone say, who would you rather play in? They only list Memphis. They only list only Tulane, SMU, and Memphis. They're clearly not thinking FAU because FAU is available. I don't know if I'd want to play FAU because hear me out. Tom Herman does not lose bowl games. He does not lose championship games. It's really weird. He fails in the regular season, but he does not lose those games. He was the coach of Houston when they took it to OU, and then who was that in the bowl game? I forgot who they played. Florida State with Dalvin Cook. Wasn't he their coach that year? They slipped up one time in the regular season. That's what he does. But when it comes down to big games, when it comes down to championship games, dude doesn't fail. He just has a way about him. Is what it is. Anyway, Road Runners, see you later. I got to get back to work. It's lunchtime for me. Peace out. See you in the Dome. Let's wear those Owls out. Let's put them on 8 straight losses, and let's get to the conference championship game, but one game at a time. Don't worry about the championship game. Don't worry about USF. Don't worry about Tulane. Worry about Rice. Let's be loud. Let's be proud. Birds up. Peace out.